Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Do me a favor before we get started. I need you to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. So, how is everybody? Today we're going to talk about the only way to stop being broke. The only way to stop being broke. And we're going to get right into it. The only way to stop being broke is to stop making excuses. So, speaking of excuses, I have a whole lot of excuses for you. If you have any excuses, put it in the comments. All right, so let's get some examples. Investing. Were you taught investing in the household? Or even when you got out of the household, did anybody share investing or how compound interest works for you? Anybody share the idea of compound interest and how that works? All right. How about another excuse? Exposure. What were you exposed to? Were you exposed to any wealthy people? More than likely, the wealthy person was sitting right next to you the whole time. And just keeping the information to themselves. Okay. How about that? Okay, so here's another excuse. Nobody supports each other. Say you start a business, right? You started a business. So, do you have any clients? They know you have a business. Is anybody trying to support your business? So people do not support each other. All right. So how about let's try another one. Anybody in that sandwich generation where you're taking care of a child, you're taking care of parents? Anybody in that generation? Maybe you have to take care of parents. All right, so those are just some examples. And I call them excuses, but more than likely they are very real realities that are happening. But the only way to stop being broke is to stop making excuses. All right. And so, to stop being broke, what are you going to do? Well, first of all, when it comes to stop being broke, we need to know, where does money come from? Where does it come from? All right. So there's some confusion about that, unless you've been taught, right? So money comes from work. That's where money comes from. So some people are believing that money is supposed to come from another person, maybe. Maybe somebody's supposed to give you money. Or maybe money comes from the sky, like it's going to drop down from the sky. Especially if you're religious. You grew up in a religious household. And I think that's all I'm going to say on that. But to know where it comes from in the first place, that's key. Some people get that early. Some people get it late. All right. And then even so, there are people out here that are working their fingers to the bone, right? And you're still broke. Why? Because it's a little bit more to it than work. A little bit more to it than working your fingers to the bone, right? So we have this little piece in here called assets. So accumulating assets. So that is one of the missing pieces. So first of all, knowing where money comes from, and then putting that together with the other piece of accumulating assets. All right, so we got the stop making excuses, even though I would consider these real life events that are happening. So surpassing these real life events, knowing that you can overcome these real life events. But first of all, you have to know, where does money come from? And then focusing on buying assets. All right. And what are assets? Starting a business, buying property, getting into the stock market, compound interest. So reading finance books is a good idea. This is where you can see the actual steps that people are taking. People give advice, people reveal secrets unintentionally that you're reading. Why? Because they never thought that you, of all people, would be reading the book, right? The book was not for you per se. Reading finance books, and then meeting people and getting the information. Because one of the main problems is not that you are not working hard enough. It's not that you are aspiring hard enough, because we have people out here that are highly educated, have the highest degree in the land, work hard, and still broke. So one of the missing pieces is getting the information. So not having the information, right? Connections, meeting people, and getting the information. So building wealth, it takes time, and it takes a form of discipline. For example, letting that compound interest grow, it takes discipline. Buying assets, it takes discipline. It also takes having the information, and then having the desire to build wealth. Because some people out here, well, a lot of people out here are not interested in building wealth. So you have some people that are not interested just because they are not aware that they can be wealthy, right? So some people are just not aware. And then other people are just flat out not interested in building wealth. So you have to have the desire, right? You have to have the desire to build wealth if you are going to build wealth. So it starts with the mind, and it starts with not making excuses. All right. Knowing that you can and you will overcome all of these things that may look like excuses, but they're very real circumstances that are happening. Just knowing that you can overcome if you truly have this desire to build wealth. All right. So do me a favor, if you like the channel, I need you to hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, I need you to do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so that you will not miss an episode. If you're interested in improving your finances, check out the free newsletter below. Also, if you like the channel, let one other person know about the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.